Hello guys, welcome to the series of Dart programming language tutorial. So in this tutorial we are going to see basics of Dart data types. So let's get started. Dart data types. Dart supports following built-in data types. First one is number, then string, Boolean, lists, sets, maps, range, and symbols. So let's see each of them briefly. Numbers. Dart numbers come in two flavors. The first one is integer and the second one is double. Let's see the first one, integer. Integer value represents the whole number or non-fractional values. An integer data type represents the 64-bit non-decimal numbers between -2 to the power 63 to 2 to the power 63. A variable can store an unassigned or signed integer value. Here we have one example, int marks is equal to 48. Then we have where marks is equal to 48. Let's see the first one, int marks is equal to 48. Here 48 is the value, marks is variable, and int is data type. So here we have where. So Dart is infer type, so we can hold the values of any variable using where keyword. So here 48 we are holding in marks variable. So compiler will treat this variable as integer. Double value represents the 64 bit of information for floating number or number with the large decimal points. The double keyword is used to declare the double type variable. Here we have example, double pi is equal to 3.14 or where pi is equal to 3.14. Note, Dart is an infer type language, so Dart compiler automatically knows the type of data based on the value assigned to the variable. Every data type in Dart is an object. Let's have the numbers example in VS Code IDE. So here we have integers, so the same example, int marks is equal to 48 and where obtained marks is equal to 88. I want to show you here that obtained marks type is int. See here showing int because 88 is an integer type of value. The same for pi value, see it's double type of. So let's run this program and check the output. Yes, we are getting the same. Next data type is string. A Dart string holds a sequence of UTF-16 quote units. You can use either single or double quotes to create a string. Let's have one example. Here string message is equal to welcome to ECT, or we can write it as where message is equal to welcome to ECT. Example on quotes, like string message equal to it's easy language. Here we are using double quote, so writing apostrophe is very easy. And second sentence statement we are using it's easy to handle string delimiter. So here we are using single quote, so we have to use backslash then apostrophe. Example on interpolation, so here we have string s is equal to string interpolation and we are using this s variable in our next statement, that is string message is equal to darts $s is very handy. So $s is interpolation, this is string interpolation. Example on concatenation, string message is equal to string concatenation works even over line break. So see here one sentence is written in 3 lines, so it's very handy. We can write in this way what it has written here. The next statement is string message is equal to the plus operator works as well. So here we have two string, the plus operator and works as well. So these two strings are concatenated using the plus operator, so that can also be done easily. Let's look the example on string. So here we have example on quotes. So this is a string using double quotes and this is a same kind of string using single quotes. So this is basically example on apostrophe. So we are printing that message here, then the second message we are printing here. The next is examples on interpolation. So here string s is equal to string interpolation and here we are using $sign and using that s variable here. So this is string interpolation, so it's very handy. So we are printing here the values to check out. Examples on concatenation. So here we have multiple string written in multiple lines. So these can be treated as one line in message 1 variable, and message 2 here we are using plus operator as I told you earlier, so it will be very handy. So we are printing these messages here. Let's run this program. So here is our output. So we will check this one. Darts $, is very handy, so it's here. Dart string interpolation is very handy, we can say. Concatenation, so we have here written multiple lines, so it's coming in single line here. String concatenation works even over line break. And the last one is plus operator, so the plus operator works as well. So see it's also coming very easily. The next is Boolean. The Boolean data type represents Boolean values, true and false. Dart uses the bool keyword to represent a Boolean value. Let's have some example. Checking an empty string, where name is equal to, we have given empty in single quote. Then we have a bool data type, and the name of variable is check, and we are checking name dot name is empty. So name is empty is a property of string, so it returns true or false. So if the name is empty, so it will return true, otherwise it will return false. So here we will have true value in check. If we will print this, so we will get a true printed here. Check for 0. If we have a hit points variable is equal to 0, so here we are printing directly hit points is less than or equal to 0, so it will return a Boolean value, true or false. So it's equal to 0, so here we will get a true. Check for null, so where str, so as Dart is infer type, and Dart treats every data type as object, so every data type when we define, so by default its value is null if we are not defining any value in it. So here str will hold the null value, and we are trying to compare str is equal to null, so yes, str is null, so here we will get a print as output. Check for not a number, so if any number is divided by 0, so in Dart it is not a number, nan. So if we will print, if we check is nan, so this property is also returning true if it is n is nan, otherwise it will return false. So 0 by 0 is nan, so we will get true here also. Let's have an example of booleans. So we have the same example here also, checking an empty string. So here we are assigning empty string to name variable, and is empty property we are checking, so we are printing check value. So let's see, here we will get as it's empty, so we will get here true. Then hit points is equal to 0 is less than 0 I have given here, so we will get false because not less than 0 is equal to 0. And for str is not equal to null, so no, it's false because by default every data type stores a null value in Dart language. Check for none, not a number, so yes, as we discussed earlier, it is true. So here we get true, so we will get 1 true, then 2 false, then true. Let's run this program. Let's check the output. Yes, see, 1 true, 2 false, then true. The next is lists. The list is collection of the ordered objects. The concept of list is similar to an array. An array is defined as a collection of the multiple elements in a single variable, where list is equal to 1, 2, 3. So we will have a bracket, inside that we have some integer value 1, 2, 3. So this is list. We can add a comma after the last item in a Dart collection literal. This trailing comma does not affect the collection, but it can help prevent copy paste errors. Examples where list is equal to, we have some car, boat and plane. So here we have comma after the plane, so it's fine, we will not get any error. Let's have the example of lists. So here we have defined list in bracket 1, 2, 3, these are integer values, and list 1 we have car, boat and plane. So this is string type of list, so we are printing these values. So let's see the output of this one, car, boat, plane in list 1, and 1, 2, 3 the first one. The next is sets. A set is an unordered collection of unique items. Dart support for sets is provided by set literals and the set type. To create an empty set, we use opening and closing curly braces preceded by the type argument, or assign empty curly braces to a variable of type set. Declaration, where names is equal to string, and this set of string names is equal to this opening and closing braces. So either way we can declare sets. Example, where subjects is equal to Hindi, math, English, science, history. We have multiple strings here. And add items to an existing set using the add or add all methods. There are multiple methods available, but we are seeing add and add all methods. Here we are taking elements of type sets, and we are adding biology in that, and then again we are adding add all methods. So we are adding all the subjects. So here we will have all the subjects, and we'll have extra biology subjects in it because we have added here. So this is the example of sets. So we have created a variable subjects of type set. Inside that we have Hindi, English, science, math, history, all these elements. We can declare it using where keyword also. So the same process. and we have a elements variable of same string type. So inside that we are adding element biology, and we adding all the add all method we are using, and adding subjects. So if we are printing and checking, so see here in the subjects we have Hindi, English, and science, math, and history. But when we are printing elements, so we have added biology plus all these subjects in elements. So now we have biology, Hindi, English, science, math, history, all these subjects. The next is maps. The maps type is used to store values in key value pairs. Each key is associated with its value. The key and value can be any type. In map, the key must be unique, but a value can occur multiple times. The map is defined by using curly braces, and comma separates each pair. So here we have two examples. In the first one we have used key as string, and the second one we have used key as integer type. So here we have key value pair, and here we have also key value pair. So let's see this example in VS Code IDE. So here we have the example of map. So here we have declared two variable, gifts and noble gases. So the key is of string type here in gifts variable, and in noble gases variable the key is of integer type. So if you want to print one element only, like if you want to print the gifts of key first, and if you want to print the noble gases of key 2, so the first gifts first is partridge, and noble gases of 2 is helium. So we will get the same output. If we will print all gifts and all noble gases, so we will get all the elements like in key and pair. So let's check it out. So here we have, see, partridge. Here we have used gifts of first, so gift of first is partridge, and here we have noble gases of 2, so noble gas of 2 is helium, the value associated with that. The next is runes. In Dart, runes expose the Unicode code points of a string. You can use the character package to view or manipulate user perceived character, also known as Unicode grapheme clusters. So for example, the special hard character is equivalent to Unicode code /u2665, where /u means Unicode and the number are hexadecimal integer. If the hex value is less or greater than 4 digits, it places it in a curly bracket. For example, an emoji is represented as U1F600 and it is exceeding the value of 4, like there are 5 digits, so we have to write it inside curly braces. The example is given below. So this is the example: wide main, heart symbol, this code, laugh symbol, this code, and we are printing these heart symbol and laugh symbol, so we will get this output. Let's have the example of runes. So here we have heart symbols code and laugh symbols code. We have assigned to these variables, and we are printing these variables. So let's check the output. So here we have heart and this laugh symbol. Next is symbols. A symbol object represents an operator or identifier declared in a Dart program. You might never need to use symbols, but they are invaluable for APIs that refer to identifiers by name, because minification changes identifier names but not identifier symbols. To get the symbol for an identifier, use a symbol literal, which is just hash followed by the identifier. Hash radix and hash bar, these are the examples. So symbol literals are compile time constant. So we will see more about symbols and all the previous data types in our next upcoming tutorials. So I will be uploading the examples in my GitHub repository. You can check the link in the description of this video, and you can check the example and you can run it on your own system. Thanks for watching.